Hey, you've done it. I've done it. We've all met people on vacation, became friends with them for just that time, and then lost their numbers afterwards. Well, what would happen if you became friends with a crazy twosome and they followed you all the way back to your wedding? That's Vacation Friends. We're going to talk about it next. Hey everyone, it's the Outlaw John Rocha with a brand new review for you here on the Outlaw Nation channel. We're talking about Vacation Friends from 20th Century Studios coming out on Hulu on August 27th. Before we get into the review, though, let me remind you to please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content here on the channel. We have been dropping a lot lately. I know you've noticed. Also, head on over to Twitch, follow or subscribe to me there, the Outlaw Nation, all one word there on Twitch. And when you're done with that, you're really enjoying our content, head on over to the Patreon and support us on the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. 2 hangouts a week, got shows coming, all kinds of stuff happening there for you to enjoy on the Patreon. All right, let's get into my thoughts on Vacation Friends.
Put that bottle on your head.
Babe, he's not serious. We've been drinking.
Count it.
You hit the bottle this time.
What?
All right, Vacation Friends comes to us from director Clay Tarver. He was the co-showrunner, producer, writer, and director on Silicon Valley. And this one stars John Cena as Ron, Lil Rel Howery as Marcus, Yvonne Orji as Emily, Meredith Hagner as Kyla. Also, Lynne Whitfield's in this film, Robert Wisdom, Anna Maria Horsford, and Chuck Cooper, rounding up the 2 sets of parents involved in the 2 main characters, and that is Lil Rel Howery's Marcus and Yvonne Orji's Emily. This one's written by Tim Mullen, Clay Tarver as well, Jonathan Goldstein, and John Francis Daly. All right, the basic premise of this movie is Marcus and Emily are this couple that goes to Mexico to unwind a little bit. We find out a little bit behind the scenes stuff that's going on here, that Marcus wants to ask Emily to marry him. We also hear that Emily's father doesn't approve of Marcus. Then when we get to Mexico, things really fall apart in terms of the preparation that Marcus made to really set everything up for this proposal. And because everything falls apart, they're kind of at their wits' end about what to do. They end up bumping into John Cena's Ron and Meredith Hagner's Kyla, and those 2 immediately connect to them, immediately want to help them and be there for them. And they essentially become vacation friends over the next 7 days in a crazy, wild, debaucherous 7 days of drinking, adventures, drugs, all kinds of madness going on. Then when they leave, they kind of, lose their number of Ron and Kyla and think it's all done and over with. They kind of go on with their lives, setting up this wedding that's going to happen between Marcus and Emily. And then 7 months later, on the eve of the wedding, Ron and Kyla show up, and it is madness all over again. All right, let's get into some of the things that I did like. As I mentioned here, the characters are fantastic and so much fun. I'm telling you, John Cena, Lil Rel Howery, Yvonne Orji, and Meredith Hagner are a great foursome. They're very funny together. They play off each other really well. And the way they kind of get Marcus and Emily to come out of their shell is really funny and really well done. And it's believable, right? To the extent that a film like this is believable, for sure. Cena and Meredith Hagner have such great chemistry. It wouldn't have worked if they didn't have legitimate chemistry. If you didn't sense they actually legitimately liked each other or legitimately had feelings for each other, it wouldn't have worked overall. Cena is built for films like this. We've seen him in numerous comedies like this, and he kills it. He's absolutely funny. And Meredith Hagner, who some of you may remember from Palm Springs, playing Andy Samberg's ex-girlfriend who keeps breaking up with him in the time loop, she gets a big amount of screen time to really show you what she can do as an actress. And her comedy beats are fantastic and a joy to watch. And some of the things that she kind of makes up on the fly, well, I'm not spoiling anything, she makes up certain stories on the fly, are brilliant. Absolutely funny the way she kind of pulls this off. And then, of course, Marcus and Emily, Lil Rel Howery, and Yvonne Orji do a great job themselves establishing their chemistry. Yvonne Orji plays Emily as a woman who is, yes, in love with her man, cares about her man, but in comedies in the past, we've seen characters like this kind of be subservient or kind of be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. She's very in control of what's happening, very much aware. Although, Kyla kind of pushes the limits of what she can handle, she feels like she's a woman who's very in control of whatever is going on around her and trying to make it all work. And it's very funny the way she does it. Another thing I liked about this movie is they weren't afraid to go for it, which I really appreciated. Some of the stuff can make you uncomfortable. Some of the stuff we don't joke about anymore, but I thought they really pushed the boundaries of what is okay to joke about nowadays, with everybody being sensitive about what subjects or what subject matters can be joked about. I like that they pushed the boundaries. I like that they went out there. I also think some of the sequences, as Clay Tarver directs them, are really funny. I mean, the Beastie Boys, what you want sequence that they throw in here when the both of them are on some kind of drug is genius. Some of the situations they find themselves in are really going to make you laugh. These kinds of comedies don't work if you don't have a really good heart in the center of it, and they do here. All right, what I didn't like about this movie, I mean, it's not groundbreaking. It's not anything you haven't seen before in these kinds of raunchy drug, sex comedy, like people fish out of water type comedies. It's not like you haven't seen this kind of stuff before. I wanted a little more of the backstory with Ron and Kyla. We got what they do, but we don't know, like, why would they all of a sudden become friends with these people? Have they been doing this consistently? Are they lonely people themselves? I'd like to have seen a little bit more between them so we could have an even stronger connection to them. I just would have liked to have seen a little more of those two on their own, doing their own thing and encountering the stuff that they encounter, or confronting the stuff that they confront. Also, a couple of the situations are a little far-fetched, a little convenient. And I know it's a comedy like this, so are you gonna get upset about certain convenient situations? No, but I think it takes away, and you didn't need it. Like, there's a couple of scenes in the middle of the movie where it feels like, oh, okay, well, why is this happening? And is this just to set up another punchline, set up another joke? Also, there's this message in the film that Ron keeps repeating over and over again. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to watch the movie to see it. But to me, it felt a little like a white approach to the world. Hey, this certain thing, if you just believe this certain thing. And to me, I'm like, nah, most people have to really can't subscribe to that theory, because there's a lot more pressure than you think. And so I don't know if it hits the right notes in 2021. But that being said, overall, I give the film 3.5 cowboy hats. It's a lot of fun. And these characters and these actors really bring great chemistry and get you to really like these characters, get you to really kind of invest in the results of these characters and where they go to, and wanting to see a good result and a happy result for everybody involved. So that's a positive. Plus, this, everything's going crazy out there in the world nowadays. So why not sit back and relax and let a film like this entertain you and make you laugh? All right, this one's out on Hulu on August 27th. So if you get a chance to watch it, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought of this review in the comments section below as well. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button so you know when we're dropping all the new content that we do here on the channel. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch or subscribe to me on Twitch, The Outlaw Nation, all one word there, for all the stuff we're doing there on Twitch. And once you're done doing that, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. See all the multiple tiers that you can support what we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation and be part of everything we've got going on in the Outlaw Nation as well. Follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. And don't forget my other podcasts that I do, the Top 10, the Cinephiles, and the Geek Buddies, all out there for you to enjoy as well. All right, be well. Have a cocktail on me. Sit back and relax in your recliner and enjoy this movie. And I'll talk to you next time with another brand new review here on the Outlaw Nation.
You son of a bitch! You said we were best friends!
What are you two doing here?